everybody, it's Erin. So I know I haven't filmed a video in a very long time. I've posted like a lot of vlogs and stuff, but I haven't actually like filmed. Today, I'm going to be filming a video on how to deal with not being a flyer anymore. I'm going to cover a lot in this video, so I'm going to make this snappy. But I feel like this is a topic that doesn't get talked about enough, but it should. A lot of flyers come to a point in their flying career where they outgrow the bases at their gym or outgrow bases in general, where they hit puberty and they gain weight like a normal human being does, and they become a normal size. They're not little fetus flyers anymore. They're normal size. They're becoming a normal size, and they might become too big to fly for that gym or just in general. It happens to everybody. Everybody gains weight at some point. It's not a bad thing, but it can be difficult when you're a flyer and you are expected to be small when you start to gain weight and you're not as small as you used to be. And a lot of the times for girls that start to hit puberty and gain weight and stuff, they become bases or back spots. They don't get to fly anymore. And that can be really, really difficult for people to adjust to. And I've been there. That happened to me. And I never see people talk about it, but it can be really difficult. I think people don't realize how difficult it can be. I feel like it's best to start with my story, so that's what we're gonna do. So basically, I flew for a year and a half. I flew for my first year and a half of cheerleading. So I flew half of my first year of cheerleading as center, flyer, and pyramid. And then my second year of cheerleading, I flew the whole year. And on both those years, I was on senior 2. So, like I said, I was center pyramid my first half, well, like the last half of the year, my first year, and then my whole second year, I was center pyramid, center 2-man, and I was the most flexible flyer, and I was in the front row for our main stunts because we didn't have a center flyer. So yeah, I was really flexible. It was like really ridiculously flexible, and I'll insert some pictures. I wish I could still do that. And I had no warning, like I didn't pick up on any warning signs. I had no heads up that I wouldn't be flying anymore. Like I said, I was like center for almost everything, and I was the most consistent, and I just like never knew that I wasn't gonna be a flyer anymore. And I really just excelled in air. That was my strong suit. That was my strongest point of cheerleading, and I loved it. I just loved flying. Like I always was stretching. And I just loved, I just loved being in the air. And so then tryouts came around for last year's season, so 15 through 16. And I was at tryouts, and my flyer tryout went awful. I had been really busy preparing for summit, and so I hadn't been stunting a lot, like past level 2, you know? So I got to that tryout, and it just went so bad. And that really psyched me out. Like from there, I was like, I'm not gonna fly this year. Like I just really don't think I'm going to. So I got to my like level clinics and like the rest of tryouts, and I would fly like 3 times, maybe like max. And then they would put me as like a base with the senior age girls or a back spot with the junior age girls, and I was so upset. And I tried to like keep it low key because I didn't want to make like a big deal. I'm not one of those girls that's like, I'm not flying, I'm leaving gyms. Like that's not me. But I was really upset because I just like, it was really unexpected for me. So it kind of just was like, what? Like, what? Why? I just didn't understand it. So then I became a base, and there were hard times, and I'm not gonna lie, like it gets easier, like you accept it after a while, but like I do miss flying a lot. So at this point, I've been a base for a whole year now, and I've started another year, and I'm a base again. And I've accepted it at this point, but I do go through times where I'm like, oh, I really miss that, and I like watch videos when I was a flyer. I'm like, wow, I was really good. I really wish I could be that good still, you know? That was my little story. Everybody's situation's different. Some people might have been told they're not gonna be a flyer anymore. Some people might have been kind of a like rough flyer, you know? They weren't like very good. Like they could admit like that wasn't their strong suit, you know? But for me, that was my strong suit, and I never got told I wasn't gonna be a flyer until I wasn't anymore, if that makes sense. So I didn't mean to sound cocky in that, but I just had to tell you guys. Now we'll go ahead and we'll get on to my tips, which is probably what most of you guys are here for. Keep stretching. If you do get pulled out of the air, don't stop stretching. This was my biggest regret. I was extremely flexible, like I showed you guys a minute ago, and now I'm like not flexible at all anymore. Be open-minded. Just because it's a new stunt position, you might be mad that you're not flying anymore. Don't be like all closed off and like you're not willing to learn how to do it, because you might find that you really like it. Give it a fair chance. Don't just like give it like a little chance, like, okay, well, I'll try it for today, and if I don't like it today, then I'm never gonna like it. Like, give it like a couple weeks. Switching gyms isn't always the answer. And cheerleading, like across the country, like just cheerleading in general, like the flyers size has gotten smaller and the bases have gotten smaller. So you might be at like one gym and you're too big to fly there, but you're not really like big, obviously. And so you're like, oh, let me go try out this gym. I'm sure I can fly there. You might end up going to that gym and they have small flyers too. And then you can't just like switch again. Then you turn into a gym hopper, and nobody likes gym hoppers. So just be a committed athlete, a loyal athlete. And if you get put as a base, be a base. Stay in flyer classes and privates, because like I said, I did not do this, and I became a flyer at school cheer, and I wasn't as rusty as I thought I'd be, but I was kind of rusty. And if I had stayed in privates and flyer classes, then I would have been so much better at this point. And I love flying still, so I would have had a lot of fun too. So stay in those if you can. Something you can do, that I always do this and I really do enjoy it, is if you become a base or a back spot, you can really help out your flyer because you've been a flyer, you know what to do, and you can just like help them from a flyer point of view, and it really like helps you bond with your flyer, and it also like helps, like you can like give her tips and stuff, and like it makes her more confident because she feels like she can like trust you, and it makes like your stunt group closer, I guess. I don't know. It makes you feel like good about yourself because like you can like help somebody. You don't always talk about when you were a flyer. Like that just gets really annoying, and if your coaches pick up on it, they're gonna get annoyed too. Don't be like, so if like someone's like, oh my gosh, I love switch ups, be like, oh yeah, me too. Like switch ups were my best stunt when I was a flyer. And like if they like talk about, oh, I just got my needle, like, oh my god, I had a needle too. Like I could like hyperextend it. Like that's so annoying. Like nobody cares. Like move on. Don't have a bad attitude about your new stunt position, because your coaches are gonna get frustrated, your teammates are gonna get frustrated, nobody cares, and most likely you're just gonna like get moved to like the back of everything in your routine because everybody's gonna be so fed up with you. Be grateful that you even get to cheer, because some people don't get to. And keep trying. You never know what'll happen. So like I said, keep stretching, keep up in like flyer classes and stretch classes and all that kind of stuff, because you never know if you'll be a flyer again. Because I never thought I'd be a flyer again. Now I'm flying at school cheer and I wish I did all this stuff. So just take it from me. Keep up with it, because why not? Those were all of my tips. I probably could think of more, but I don't know. I couldn't really think of any, you know. But now I'm going to tell you guys the things you need to hear. And I think these are really important. These are things I really wish somebody would have told me when I became a base. But I didn't really have anybody to like talk to. So stretch. You'll regret it later when your needle has turned into a Dorito. You really will. You'll miss like being able to like show off that. You'll miss just how limber you used to be. You'll really miss it. And I know it's hard to find motivation. Trust me, been there, done that. But try your best to keep up with it, like at least just like once a week, because it really just keeps you in better shape. It'll keep your jumps good. My jumps got so bad when I stopped stretching. Like I was center jumper at the beginning of the year, and by the end of the year my jumps were like leveled. Like that's it. Like just keep up with it. You're not fat. Flyers these days are ridiculously small. You're perfectly fine. This was something I really struggled with. I just was so insecure about myself, and I was so caught up in the fact that I was too fat to fly, and like because I was too fat, like I couldn't be a flyer anymore. And I was so caught up in that when I stopped flying, because that's the only like thing I could think of. Like I was a good flyer, like I said, so like that was like what instantly went through my head. But when in reality, like the bases were just too small for me. Like my team personally didn't have bases for me. And if there were bigger bases, I could have flown like, and our flyers on that team were too small for me to fly with them, if that makes sense. So you're not too fat. You're fine. Like if you were a flyer at one point, you're probably really small, but like compared to the flyers like these days, they're like this big, like this big. Also something I did, do not try to eat less or not eat because you're no longer a flyer. You're perfect the way you are, and that'll only make things worse in the long run. Yeah, okay, know that. Don't try to like starve yourself or diet really strictly because you're not a flyer anymore. It's only gonna make you weaker, It's gonna make practices so much harder. It's gonna make you miserable because you're hungry all the time. You're gonna get dizzy. And your body, when you starve yourself, it doesn't actually slim down. It just starts saving the calories and saving the fat. So really, you're just gonna gain more weight in the long run. It's just not worth it. Like, don't do all that just because you're not a flyer. Like, really, what's the point of that? Like, you're gonna be a flyer for probably like, if you cheer, like, let's say you only cheer in high school, you're gonna be a flyer for 4 years out of your whole entire life. Like, is it worth it? No. Or don't dwell on the past. You could end up really loving your new position. Don't always reminisce on how good you were or how much you miss it. So I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Just let yourself move on. Don't beat yourself up for being pulled out of the air. It's out of your control. As long as you tried your best, that's all you could and can do. I know it's kind of cliche, but really in the end, it's your coach's decision to pull you, and it depends on a lot of stuff besides you. It depends on, obviously, your coach's decision, the size of the bases, the size of the new flyers, the size you are now, even though like it's a natural thing to gain weight. You don't want to have a 12-year-old body for the rest of your life, do you? Because I don't. So, you know, just let yourself move on, let yourself grow, let yourself be the new position you are, and let yourself grow up. Like, let yourself get to a normal weight. Like, you don't want to be 100 pounds for the rest of your life. Like, you don't. So, yeah. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I think a lot of these things I really wish I would have known when I became a base, because it does get hard. You will miss it a lot, and you, like I said, like, I got really insecure about myself when I stopped flying, even though it really didn't have anything to do with me. And you need to know, like, it doesn't really have as much to do with you as you think it does. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Let me know how you feel about it, and please leave me some video requests in the comments. I haven't filmed in a while, and I don't know what is like cool anymore, like what you guys want to see. So just let me know, and I will get to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!